Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And yes, I am. It's the motherfucking Good Gas Podcast.
Yeah.
Episode 114.
What it do?
A Slick and Real. We getting this bitch, man.
Hey.
And, you know, unfortunately, we have to start this episode again with somber fucking...
Bad news.
Yeah, pretty much.
You already know about the shooting in Texas, Uvalde, Texas. Uvalde High School, Uvalde Elementary School.
Uvalde Elementary School.
There was a kid from Uvalde High School. A student. It's more bullshit, y'all. More bullshit.
Didn't even know where to start with that shit, bro.
Said 19 kids, 2 adults.
That's what I thought the numbers was up to like 20-something, 30-something.
I ain't know. Nah, see, we get
30.
I've seen a lot of different numbers.
19 kids, like he said, 2 or 3 adults. Teachers, I believe.
Yeah,
crazy.
Which is...
I'm going to talk about what I don't really like. I don't like the fact that they say he was chased into the school by the officers and they didn't go in after him. And then as their officers heard gunshots ringing out, they never went in to intervene. Knowing it's an elementary school and no one inside the school is armed but this person. Like,
he said the door was locked.
What is the point?
He locked the door behind him and they let that shit stop. They just sitting in the hallway.
Y'all just sat outside and let shots ring out.
These people be wanting so much. If that's where you want to go with the topic first, these people be so geeking for their little respect as police officers or whatever the fuck.
You can't protect grandparents or you can't protect children. Bruh. What respect do you get?
If that don't give you the adrenaline to get your motherfucking ass in there, like it's kids in that motherfucker, bruh, then that shit just ain't for you. That job ain't for you, bruh.
We could talk about so many topics on this man because even the NRA president comes out.
It's just first last week we was saying like we feel like fucking repeating records and shit. Keep having to say the same thing.
I tell y'all, every year around the same time of year this shit happens, right? Early, late spring, right before summertime, bruh. And that's when we start going through all this.
Of course, when it first happened, they do what they always fucking do and told us about his getting bullied and mental illness or whatever the fuck going on with him. Like, we was supposed to give a fuck about that.
Man.
I know a lot of motherfuckers that done got quote-unquote bullied and talked about it and all that shit,
and bro. Most of them are functioning people in society right there, or they just out here doing them.
And would never think to do no shit like that.
Be a mass school shooter. You know, it's crazy. I'm happy you brought that up real quick because you just said he was a kid, a wimpy kid, quote-unquote, that was bullied. Had some type of issues, quote unquote.
That's
right?
What they said.
That's what they say. So I came to CEO, right? Wayne LePierre, whatever his name is, an NRA CEO, whoever he is, at an NRA convention. And he said that, you know, we should fully fund more police and security officers. Now that could be argued here or there. You can argue against it, you could argue for it. Cool.
Our school had like a sheriff that was
right, and it's understood that if a school shooter did come through, that we would need someone to intervene because these are people's children.
Right.
Understood. Now, the next point he said, I just don't understand. He said that we should fix our mental health systems. But he said by doing that though, he said we need to put violent felons in prisons where they belong. And this is my issue with that. First of all, if you're calling someone a felon. A violent felon, right, means they already did their time. They already paid their debt to society. They already came home for it.
And if they got out, they got out. Nigga, what you want to do?
You see what I'm saying? But my biggest issue is this kid, this one or the last one, I'm talking about Buffalo or Texas, neither one of them were violent felons.
Good point.
Nor was Dylan Roof.
All right, so it's a lot that I can say about that. One, jail ain't helping nobody mental health. Not happening. It just don't work like that. Motherfucking 2, like you just said, these motherfuckers don't be fucking felons, so it don't matter.
They 18-year-old punk kids.
And with that being said,
what would that solve? Like,
these motherfuckers, I hate when this shit happens and all the politicians, the first thing they want to do is talk about gun bans and assault weapon bans and gun, like, these is legal weapons that they doing this shit with, bruh. They fucking mothers bought it for them. They bought it for themselves. However, we gonna talk about that later. We gonna talk about that later. But yeah, like these is legal weapons though, bro. They signed the paperwork, did whatever the fuck, and they got them joints. So that can't be the scapegoat at all, right there.
At all. Neither can mental health or bullying, because we know, bro, we're in the black community. We know Spanish members of the community. Ain't nobody even more traumatized than us. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the trauma.
I was about to say, you can really say that about anybody to do anything,
race.
bro. Yeah.
Any race. I'm not going to exclude white people that don't face trauma. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't use that excuse to go shoot up people's kids when everybody got their shit to deal with. And then, specifically, this kid who did it, I mean, you may have been homosexual, you may have faced bullying, but so is about 80% of the rest of America, bro.
And we in 2022 where it's like, more accepted than it's ever been.
Right, it's more accepted than it's ever been.
So I don't want to hear that shit.
Don't want to hear that shit. Straight up.
And
I don't want to hear that shit.
We gonna stop. Like, why are you talking about bullying, bro? He didn't do this to no bullies.
Hey, there we go. Bullshit. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Ace. He didn't go to his high school and do this. He went and became a bully to a bunch of 10-year-old kids.
Bro, like,
I don't want to hear bullying, bro. Like, that's not what you know. That's not the excuse you get.
High school student even going to the playground and plucking a kid in the forehead, let alone fucking
going in there with an assault rifle, bro, and body armor.
And that goes back to what I said last week.
But let me break some shit down that don't make sense to me, because I gotta get into it, bro. This 18-year-old kid, adult, whatever you want to call him.
Nah, call his ass an adult. That's cool, what they would have did to us.
So this 18-year-old man, all right, supposedly shot his grandmother.
I forgot that happened.
Right. Mm-hmm. Somehow, I don't know where police came in.
He crashed into like a ditch or something.
Cool, but he fled police. Yeah. Somehow there's a chase. Somewhere, shape, or form, the police get involved. They already know about this or something. They chase him into the school. They don't go in after him. They hear shots ringing out. And then eventually there's a firefight and they kill this kid. But hold on, let me say this real quick though. At what point during this process does he have time to put on full body armor, bro?
Probably had it on the whole time.
When he killed his grandmother? Like he suited up and then just started the plan or something? Like,
I think he was planning this for a little. Actually, they said a couple years ago he was. So speaking on that, a couple of years ago he was like detained or something for making threats to the school type shit.
A couple years ago, what was he? 13?
Like a
14?
sophomore shit.
Okay.
And then I seen the shit. They say I guess he was running from doing that to his grandmother. Crashed in the ditch. Somebody seen it, called the police. When he went into the school, it wasn't the police that first seen him. It was like a school officer. So they had one of them people there. Mm-hmm. He exchanged gunfire outside the school first. Then went in the joint. I don't know why the nigga ain't follow him in. I don't know, bro.
Bruh, this is not what you trying to hear if you a parent.
Yeah, not at all, bro. Like, and then you try and stop parents from going in that motherfucker. Yeah, like, in Texas, where
that's not what you trying to hear.
Y'all telling us we can open carry. If that shit happening and y'all not going in there and I can open carry, nigga, all right, let me go do me.
The fact that you were detaining parents is crazy. But regardless of you say you're trying to keep them safe, go keep the children safe. That's the whole reason
everybody's
up here.
Get your asses in there. Fuck is you talking about?
I guarantee you, 90 to 100% of the parents would trade themselves for them kids. Literally. Yeah. Like if they could swap places, almost every single one of the parents would have did.
And then they said they had cops there that their kids went there and they let them in. So you detaining motherfuckers for trying
protect their children,
but you letting your men and them go in there and see what's up, and y'all still ain't do shit. Y'all probably let them pull the kids out through the like.
That's filthy. And I'm gonna talk about something too that was for our community, man. Gotta pay attention to. The Buffalo shooting was all old black people.
I was about to, because I was definitely about to say that.
The shooting down in Texas, all young children. Spanish children. Mm-hmm. That's a sign, bro. That's a plan. That's intentional, bro. When we talk about what's the solution, you wanna know what the solution is? Deal with these twisted domestic terror networks that are sending out young soldiers to shoot at children, women, and grandparents. At any U.S. citizen.
You say that, but we already established that these motherfuckers is pussy and they go after the people that can't protect themselves.
They can't protect themselves. Straight up.
You know what else I'm tired of? Tired of after the shit happening, you go fucking interview the parents and they dumbasses sit up there like, oh, I had no idea that he was. Like, bro, you fucking forgive my son. Fuck, I know. No. Fuck are we talking about here, bro? Like,
oh, yeah, his parents went up there and said forgive him?
Yeah. He's not a bad kid. He just, it's always what it is, bro. I don't. That's a good point that they should do something about these little networks and shit.
Sometimes you get upset. Cause when I'm talking about that, that's real shit.
Nah, and we need to talk about that.
That's not something to just gloss over.
Yeah, we need to talk about that shit.
Internet-based
happening.
Twist, cause the point you made. What's the point you just made on your phone about Holmes with the form or whatever? That's some real shit. You said the Buffalo shooter just 30 minutes before he went in sent a video and his plans to what, a former what?
A former federal agent from Texas.
So that lets you know the type of people who connected and already know about some of this shit before it happens. That's not okay. Straight up.
And their reasoning gonna be, oh, I didn't think he was serious.
Nah, that shit. An 18-year-old sent his plans before he committed a mass shooting to a former, like, come on.
Federal fucking agent, bro. And people would look at you for saying that it's like a conspiracy theorist. That's the funny part.
It's not a factual matter.
Yeah, like the DAS is there. Y'all don't want to see the
like
shit.
Somebody literally got to paint it out in plain English for people to be like, oh, wow. Or, you know what it take? The Washington Post got to say it. And then they finally believe the shit. Like, even though that shit right there in front of their face.
Tell me how a nigga on his 18th birthday that y'all say poor, getting bullied because he poor and don't got shit. This nigga afford a truck. This nigga afford a motherfucking brand new spanking $2,000+ assault rifle. Motherfucking body armor. If you don't know how much that shit costs, do your Google.
You talking about an F-150, a full body armor, and a brand new rifle, bro. He's 18 years old.
I probably couldn't buy none of that shit right now.
Literally, he's an 18-year-old high school student. Come on, bro.
Just turned. He bought it on his 18th birthday, bro.
Bro.
Tell me that, like, come on, bro.
Nah, bro.
The plug is somewhere, my guy.
And he killed his grandmother, so that bad. Like, what if she tried to intervene? What if she saw him? And, you know what I'm saying? Tried to stop him or something. Like, that's just twisted, bro. And what that is, that's why I said the network, when I bring that up, that's not some far-fetched thing. That tells me somebody got into that kid's head. Somebody twisted him up and gassed him up.
It's far from far-fetched. Like,
let me talk about some real shit. You know what I don't like, too? We talked about a little bit how they move the ball. I don't like how they immediately blame rappers and video games and music.
Glad you said that.
Hey, bro.
They've been pulling that shit since the 90s, fool, since Columbine.
I don't think either one of those two shooters in the last month listen to rap music.
At all. Now, and even if they do, it don't matter.
If you want to say they play Call of Duty, fine. But you want to make the military illegal? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's based on the military. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto. You want to make that illegal? It's also based on real life interaction. So, you know what I'm saying?
If you don't think these, like, I don't even want to call them secret groups because that's like conspiracy talk to people. These motherfuckers is in these chat rooms, bro. That's what it is. It's fucking Reddit. 4chan got them. 4chan, if y'all don't know, got a whole section called Politically Incorrect where motherfuckers just go to spew they bullshit in. And it's just a whole bunch of motherfuckers amping up each other bullshit. And yeah, some of them just on there trolling. In those type
spaces,
that's where it comes from, bro.
If you ain't listen, this is where it comes down to parenting. You gotta really watch and care about what your child is consuming. If you know you have a dark child, don't sit there and act like everything he's doing is innocent. Don't sit there and act like everything he's viewing is clean and positive. No. Wonder what your child is viewing. If your child got somebody in his ear telling him to commit mass or kill somebody, you might want to stop them from viewing that shit. Like, that shit ain't rocket science, bro. Like, I can even tell you some real shit. Kids I knew personally, I was older and shit. I'm more like a teenage year. Little kids I knew. It's like, you would come in, see what they watching, and it could be something on YouTube. It could be something on whatever type of internet site. But that should be some weird ass shit. Even back, remember Momo from a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say this shit exists, fool. That's the real issue. I'm not saying directly they sent, like, you can't go pinpoint that right now from my own words, but I'm telling you, fool, them little motherfuckers ain't pulling that shit out their ass. They ain't just wake up one morning and say, I'm about to go do this. Like, nah.
You can go look at the shit I was just talking about, bro. Like, it's there. It's there.
Yeah,
They doing it right
the
now,
facts,
bro.
you just dropped the facts. He sent 30 minutes before he went in there into the Buffalo shooter, but 30 minutes before he went to that grocery store, he sent his plans to a federal agent, fool. A former federal agent.
And I was about to say, the problem really
and
is...
the live stream itself.
Motherfuckers might agree with the shit that they kids think, bruh. The kids just taking it to an extreme. We, like...
Nah, it's all soldiers, bruh. It's about, you gotta understand. If you can get somebody to do some shit,
Crash
all
out.
you gotta do is sit back and pull some string. You don't really care about the motherfucker. He's 18-year-old. You gotta understand.
All you gotta do is gas him up.
Yeah, this not to fit nobody. You take an 18-year-old from the trailer parks or an 18-year-old from the trenches or
that
don't got shit. And you feed, he already traumatized, he already looking for answers, and you start feeding his head with a bunch of bullshit. Fool, America is built on that shit. Religion is built on that. Cults are built on that shit. The NFL, sports are built on that shit. You take a kid who don't know nothing and you feed him everything you want him to know. If you don't think there's evil in that shit that goes on, fool, you're tripping, fool. Like, that shit is not okay.
There's so much we could talk about on this shit, bro.
Man. Cause that shit, bro, the kids, bro. The point, I really want everybody to pay attention. Cause even the Buffalo shooting, only one person was 32. Rest in peace to her. I think that was more so an accident.
That might have been the first person outside.
Right.
Type shit.
Every other person was 50 and up, fool. And then you go to the one in Texas, every single person was an elementary school child.
Or a teacher
trying to save it. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit hit home for me, bro. Like I'm out with a teacher, fool. Like, I couldn't imagine, bro.
To me, it's like they try to kill off the older black and then trying to kill off the next generation of the Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did y'all see the husband of one of the teachers died a couple days later, like a heart attack?
I saw that too, and I don't like that. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't like that shit.
I believe
It's
that you could die of a broken heart.
Yes, trauma, yes, absolutely. And with all the media coverage, it's absolutely possible. But I also don't live without foul play in those situations because you never know.
Shit's crazy out here, bro.
I
want to dig more into how they move the goalposts in the sense of, you know, every time one of these situations happen, they want to do gun control in a way of, let's get the assault weapons out of
But it's
here,
gun control, it's rappers, it's video games, everything but the fact that some 18-year-old white, Spanish, whatever kid took it upon himself to go shoot at people who did nothing to him. You know what I'm saying?
What I just want to ask, like, what is people looking for with gun control, bro? Like, y'all want to go door by door, just taking all the guns out of every house. Everybody got to turn their shit in. Nobody can have it.
Nah, they gotta stop with that idea.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. Y'all gotta stop thinking you want something like that because you do not.
Let's say we do that. Let's say all the law-abiding citizens, they get together, gun turned in nationally. Send us your guns. Bring your guns. We gonna come get your guns. Everybody, all the law-abiding citizens.
Then let's say we face an invasion and
now, fuck that.
just so happen our military gets overpowered.
Even soon as everybody turn their shit in, you don't think it's niggas out here with illegal guns? It's illegal guns out here now.
I don't even want to focus on that one because that's like automatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
we not even gonna talk about that because we already know. We're gonna talk about.
I don't think people realize this though, bro. Everybody's not gonna turn their shit in.
But nah, I don't want to talk about that because that's we. You shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna talk about that.
Right.
We're not gonna talk about that.
But
let's focus on the common sense aspects of it. Okay. If, for example,
literally defenses.
Thank you. If, for example, the people who are paid to protect you turn, or they
Which
just
they already do,
or they're just unable to for whatever reason.
Which we seen they already.
What you gonna pick up a bat where the motherfucker got a? You know what I'm saying? So just it is a positive to living in a country that you are able to go purchase something to defend your household. Exactly. If you know your household and you raise people who would never go take this weapon and go shoot up a grocery store, I'm not pushing for gun control. You know what I'm saying? I ain't pushing for more mental health screenings. I might make sure the process could be a little, like, you know what I'm saying? When you
take away like just giving you don't got like
the background check is one thing. No, it's not even to get rid of that. It's more so an actual mental health screening. Like someone who's sick and twisted shouldn't be. First off, we gotta acknowledge the fact that there are sick and twisted people in our military, in the police department, fire department, regular everyday life. You can say that
literally about anybody else.
So many people, fool. So they already have them in their hands. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of things in people's hands that probably shouldn't.
Even the ones that are mentally ill, they all don't go out and shoot up shit, bro. Like,
so if you really want to talk about fixing and solving the solutions, bro, you really gotta weed out the roots of where it comes from.
You're just the people, bro. The guns ain't the problem. The people ain't using.
When y'all talk about them, y'all just 2 months ago, y'all wanted to warn rappers, and you really look at y'all argument was that the content of the music poisons the listeners or whatever. But then you got a group of people, example the Klan, Proud Boys, the motherfuckers who raided the shit, them type people who intentionally commit murder, genocide, certain thing, but you got nothing to say. Or you just complain and act like it's just some magical answer out there somewhere that we don't know. But you willing to start a war on rappers.
Getting rid of the guns ain't it, bro?
Y'all retarded. Excuse my French.
Like, people want like this idealistic ass world and shit, but like it just ain't who be it. And then there's people that's talking about, bro, give the teachers guns. It's always those people when shit like this happens.
And that's horrible too. That's a horrible mindset. Because first of all, someone didn't decide to become a teacher to become a fucking police / cop security. No.
Now when you're teacher training, you gotta go to the range.
Exactly. Or but then you bro, come on, a disrespectful student.
Anything
a bad
happen,
day, like there's just so many reasons that's not a good idea,
bro. Bruh.
Fucking a teacher got something going on with another teacher. It's just so many reasons that's not a good idea, bruh. Like,
Mr. Dana would have shot the shit out somebody.
Bruh. Like, come on, man. It's not a good idea. And then if the teacher got a Glock and they always talking heavy on you, you can't say the student wrong for bringing something to protect themselves. That's what we doing.
Facts.
Like, come on. Like,
go home, tell your peoples that I got smart with the teacher. He put his hand on his gun. Huh?
They used to take this to school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, take me to school tomorrow.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, what sense does this make? Like, the fuck? I don't say certain things. You know what I'm saying? But
something gotta be done, bro, but I just don't know, man.
Prayers out to the family.
Prayers out to the family. Prayers out to y'all common sense in y'all minds. Reasoning, because it just certain stuff just don't make sense, bruh. Certain stuff is not. You're blaming video games, you're blaming rappers, and for all intents and purposes, you can't even prove that this kid did either one of those. He was homosexual, he wore skirts and stuff, he was like traumatized, he was bullied, and where do you get rap music from? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you get rap music and where do you get Grand Theft Auto? Like, where do you get that from? Like,
nah, for real, bro.
Like,
Grand Theft Auto ain't dropped a game in like 6 years.
Bruh, where do you get that?
Talking
like,
about, yeah.
And I know you ain't blaming Call of Duty, because then you can blame the soldiers. Like, what the fuck?
And if you go join the military, nigga, go shoot some shit someday. Like,
that's always it. If you really somebody who just need to be behind it, go join the military or something.
Sure, they can use you, nigga.
But then again, I don't know, because we just talked about how we need to stop having sick and twisted people. So, nah, they need to, I don't know. Fuck.
Federal mental health screenings free.
Go paintball that nigga shit.
Something gotta be done, bro, but I just don't know. It's too much.
Fuck.
Too much politicizing it. We keep doing this dance every fucking couple of years, bro. Kind of died down with the pandemic, but
it's sad. And we actually spent a lot longer on this topic, but I guess we needed to. We had some shit we had to get off, because some stuff is not okay. The fact that something like this happens and y'all move the ball to people who have nothing to do with it. White people still do this shit. A white person commits a crime and they move the ball to, hey, look at the black people though. You know what I'm saying? Rappers, Grand Theft Auto, street shit. You know what I'm saying? They move the ball to niggas who ain't even would ever do something like that. Would never do something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Niggas that had a whole beef in school and never came to the school and shot up and
Facts.
what the fuck? Like,
and we the ones to try to put the fucking metal detectors and all that goofy shit in our schools.
exactly.
Man, what y'all want to talk about next, man?
Let's get that Johnny Depp shit out the way, cause Shawty is cap.
Super cap.
We just gonna get it out the way. It's cap. The
She
jury's
up
in
there
deliberation.
lying. She capping under. Oh, she vicious.
The jury's in deliberation. We already know what it should be, so it's waiting that out. But Shawty is cap.
You know, she ain't got 50 million either, so.
Well, y'all saw the little clip of the dude that was up there like licking his tongue or something all weird and shit. Them motherfuckers is cokeheads.
I seen a 10-minute video of them proving that she up there lying, though. That shit is crazy. For a TMZ nigga. Her lawyers suck ass.
Bruh.
I don't know what the fuck they doing.
Man.
He like, I still get paid, right? Shit.
Nah, they try to play with him, talking about, wouldn't you say that this is a way to get your 15 minutes of fame? And they was like, I can say the same thing about you being her lawyer, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Man.
And TMZ can sue me if I say the wrong shit up here, so.
Yeah, I don't got too much to say on that other than Shawty cap.
I do. One more thing. If this turns out how it looks is going to turn out, I need this to be talked about more.
What?
That nigga lost movies. That nigga lost a whole bunch of... I know it's Johnny Depp. We don't give a fuck about the white man, but... but, like, we got to
sure he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He
Will
will
Smith,
be good.
I'm more concerned about Will Smith. He, like, they try to cancel all his shit and he didn't even do nothing but slap a nigga. Like,
They said that was cap. They said Bad Boys 4 is still on the way. Unfortunately.
yeah, I did think the last one was a rap. But they got to do something with the son, I guess. They got to play the storyline out a little bit.
This ain't on the list or nothing, but I was shocked when fucking Will Smith got shot.
Oh, yeah. And
They did.
Oh, in the movie.
And they killed the chief.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, yeah. That was just like
fucked
fucked up. Damn.
Yeah, come back real quick, bro.
It's been 20 years. We need you.
God damn.
Yeah, take this bullet in the neck.
Crazy.
But yeah, that Johnny Depp shit crazy. And if it turned out like that, then Shawty need to get the same energy that he got. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. First off, the bitches do coke on the stand.
You think that was real?
Bold than a motherfucker.
It looked like it, but I don't know, bro.
I don't know. She bold than a motherfucker.
I just know a lie when I see one,
White
bro.
bitch, man.
She
I
don't
don't
need,
dabble in them vanillas like too much now.
and she one of them, bro. Like she up there using that white girl shit, bro. Like, and y'all know what I mean.
I ain't dabbling in that now. That's that tricky icky.
Not the tricky icky.
That tricky icky. I ain't fucking with it.
Well, I be on some serious shit. We ain't talk last week about the little white boy that came to the door with the motherfucking whip. Before we talk
actually
about that,
like 3 weeks late on this, but it needed to be talked about.
but before we talk
I
about,
would have whooped that little boy. I'm sorry, I'd have whooped his ass. I'd have whooped his parents' ass.
I don't know if I ever told this story on the show, but I ever told y'all before that I was working at the shoe store and shit. I pull up behind the mall, and the white dude that owned the fucking tattoo shop next to the shoe store, out back of the mall with a full fucking whip, just cracking that bitch, vicious with it too, above the head.
Fuck you, Indiana Jones?
Bruh, I ain't say nothing. I'm pussy. If that is not, fuck that. That nigga would have hit me with that whip. I'd have been sick.
Somebody should just pull out a paintball gun. Just lit his ass up.
Like, what was I gonna say? Like, oh, why you got a whip, bruh?
No bullshit. What you practicing for?
That's all I could think in my mind. Like, why the fuck this nigga got a whip?
What you practicing for?
Shit. Then I had to go work a whole shift.
No bullshit. Fuck you,
the fuck this nigga about to do, man. But yeah, the little boy walk up to the fucking door with a whip. Before he walk up to the door, he fuck up the fucking car with the whip. They said he scratched the car up. Motherfucking walk up to the door on the camera, knock, knock, knock. Lady come to the door. This nigga like, where your daughter at? She like, get the fuck out of my porch, of course, as you do.
Don't you ever knock on my goddamn
This
door.
nigga
Like,
walked up to the door like it was the 40s.
man.
Like, give over your child. Like,
Just like I thought with the
I
nigga
would
at the
have
mall.
hunted this little nigga.
Why do you got this whip, fool?
Shorty.
Where you get that from? That's a toy for y'all?
I mean, is that bad parenting?
What?
I would've
Giving a
punted-
nigga a whip?
I would have punted his little ass.
I might have did worse.
No, I wouldn't have.
I'd have definitely kicked him in the face.
He's a child. He's a child. But I would have.
Good. But
That
then
nigga had a whip. So,
shit gets spookier though, fool. Little boy walk off. The father come, go to the little boy house. Guess knock on the door. The white boy father comes to the door with the motherfucking dog. They get into their shit like your little motherfucker just came over there, fucked my car up with the goddamn whip.
Knocking on my door crazy.
Knocking on my door, asking for my daughter. Fuck is going on over here type shit. Motherfucker come outside with the joint, try and y'all like bait him type shit. Black dude already know what's up. You like, nigga, put that shit down. We can go one-on-one type shit. I'd be, yeah, because he was talking that tough shit. Fucking white boy put the gun down. Black dude start walking up. White dude try to pick the gun back up. Almost shoot his own goddamn daughter, fool.
Y'all talk about guns being in the hands of the wrong people. I'm pretty sure he don't listen to rap music. Pretty sure.
Man, his ass got locked up too for that shit. Some type of fucking endangerment charge or some shit.
Some type of endangerment.
I
He
forgot
shot
what
his
the-
fucking kid.
Exactly. I forgot what the exact charge was.
First off, it sent one kid across the street with a whip to the black neighbors. And almost shot the other kid. He got endangerment.
That shit crazy, bro. Fuck is wrong with people, man?
A lot.
You know how shocked I would be to see some little white boy on my stoop with a goddamn whip, fool? Fucking punch
It'd
his
have been
ass.
straight. I'm telling you, it'd have been reaction too. I wouldn't even have waited, thought about it, nothing.
Nah, you already see him on the little ring camera
And
and
it been
shit.
like 300 and shit.
You know how they point, you know what I'm saying? Before they- I'm
I
telling
gotta
you.
send your ass back to your house.
I'm like, yeah, that's your house? Alright. You know what I'm saying?
This
Fuck.
is Sparta.
Fuck you talking about?
What's funny is
Don't let me get hit by that whip.
when I was a kid, motherfucker, just take your ass outside and beat his ass. That's what it would have been in my house.
But you gotta take the whip from him first.
No bullshit.
Bruh, that shit was like a little. Nigga, that's like a twig.
My kid didn't get hit with that whip.
I used to get beat with switches.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
It wasn't like a whip.
Yes, it was.
It was?
It had a little crack to it, my boy. Yeah.
All right, then I'm taking the joint from him. Go whip his ass.
That's what I said initially. Fuck that. That motherfucker. My daughter ain't coming outside. I'm outside, nigga. The fuck.
Need to have a brother immediately. That would have been an ass whooping
A
for
brother,
somebody.
nigga, you punt. Nigga, my brother, none of my kids is going outside with this little white boy with a whip. Tripping. I'm on that little boy ass.
Let your father come down.
I'm
here.
telling you, he might.
I
You
fucking
better
dare
hope he. You better hope he hear you screaming. Cause the fuck, I'm on your
might
ass.
keep kicking your ass. Hey, bruh. That's some nasty work right there, yo.
And I'm gonna take the whip. It's my shit now.
I'm still thinking, like, is that a toy for white people? Where do you buy those these days?
Nah, those homemade.
Man, listen.
They crafted that shit.
What's the use for it, bro? Like, what you do with it?
Oh, bullshit.
You ain't farming with this. You ain't like, what the fuck is we doing, bro?
I got a mule back in the motherfucker.
That nigga just had, the nigga at the mall just had that shit in the back of his pickup. Like, shit is crazy, bro. How y'all feel about Juneteenth ice cream?
What the fuck is that? Like, what flavor is that? It's sherbet, nigga. That's not. What the fuck is that?
I'm saying though, if it's chocolate, is it racist?
Bro, that shit
If
said,
it's just chocolate, yeah.
that shit had plates that said it's the freedom for me.
I don't like it.
It's
Fuck
definitely
no.
racist.
I don't
bro.
like it.
It's fucking racist.
I immediately know.
And it ain't
I don't
even
like
name brand ice cream. That shit great value.
Yeah, it's great value. Nah, Mo. We ain't.
Nope.
They took that shit out the stores immediately.
Y'all don't
Oh,
do
y'all don't want that, huh?
Nope.
They had Pride ice cream, too.
They gonna repackage it. All they gonna do is repackage it, put another label on it. But nope.
Why we telling about Juneteenth, bro? We did this, you know that.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah, like
gotta take
Juneteenth
this.
is probably the one holiday we don't want to be advertised to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want Juneteenth advertised.
1 year they started marketing the shit out that joint, bro.
started making episodes of TV about it and shit.
No, like, I'm cool with that. I don't want the
plates,
merchandise.
ice cream.
You're not getting rich off of Juneteenth, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, like you're wilding, bro.
That's not.
Y'all didn't even try to acknowledge this shit before. Fool, what the fuck is you talking about?
Is that a federal holiday now? Like,
Yes.
do you get paid for it? Like,
Yeah, remember Nancy Pelosi was kneeling and shit?
If it's federal, they definitely get paid.
They had the little dashiki scar.
oh yeah, I do remember that shit. Yeah.
It's nice.
That's when Juneteenth became a federal holiday.
The motherfuckers can't even do the right thing right, bruh.
The fact that they all took a knee and Colin Kaepernick still didn't have a job.
No bullshit.
These people crazy.
Just gotta try out.
These people crazy. Just got a tryout.
6 years later.
5 years. God damn.
Man.
Niggas was in college when that shit happened.
Which y'all I get into, bro?
I can't believe y'all wouldn't have punted that little boy.
I would have been tempted.
I tell you what, let's go ahead to the man with 30 kids. Because anyone, man, I would have sent all my kids outside to his little ass.
So remember a couple weeks ago, I was like,
Like, any man, you might
I just give it to God type shit. I'm rethinking my ways. Because I don't want to end up like this.
Yeah, he crazy.
Hey, that nigga said,
The thing that killed me, it always say and counting. That shit always.
Yeah.
That shit
We don't have
fucked
a
me up.
precise number.
that
Ain't
nigga
done
said,
yet, like.
that nigga said, my pull-out game ain't weak. I just don't pull out.
You know what killed me? At least he ain't like that little nasty doctor. Oh, wait, did we talk about him? The doctor that we did talk about him briefly.
Yeah.
The doctor that impregnated all the women and shit. The sperm joint, sperm clinic, whatever you call it.
That's some nasty shit.
So at least he's better than that guy. Absolutely.
Trying to repopulate the earth.
I was about to, and you know what's crazy? That shit is all tied into all that shit we talking about earlier too, bro.
What?
They think they population dwindling and shit, so they feel like they gotta get rid of fucking
And
that shit.
I don't like that shit. That shit is not okay. It's like in our instance, they want to take away our elders. You know what I'm saying? The more disconnected we are, the more lost we are. You know what I'm saying? In their instance, talking about the Spanish culture, that's their next generation. What means the world to somebody who is quote unquote immigrant who got over here and they would have raised their child over here? That means the world to them. Right? So this shit that be happening, fool, we can't just ignore it like it's just a random blimp. This shit is intentional, fool.
Especially when it happens hundreds of times a fucking year and shit.
Bruh. Around the same time of year. Like, come on, man. And it's just not okay. Like, some shit is just like, okay, I don't get what your stance is as an American citizen. Republican, Democrat, green, white, blue, black, orange, purple. You know, kids should not be getting shot at. People's grandparents should not be shot at. Average American citizens should not just be getting shot at. Just because they just went to school or went to work and they was just doing a normal day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like no interaction, no altercation, nothing. They're just there and look up and someone is shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that shit.
Nasty. That shit is crazy. And if we keep doing this same old dance, it's gonna be the same old shit, bro. History repeats itself.
The real cure is not, like I say, gun control sounds good. Rappers and music and video games sound good. None of that's the real issue, bruh. The real issue comes into play, bruh. Somebody is sending motherfuckers out to do this shit. Somebody is making some type of network or community where they think this is acceptable and this is what they should do. That needs to be nipped in the bud.
The problem is that shit comes from this fucking culture in this country, bruh. So to even fix that shit, this country first gotta say, damn, we fucked up. We been fucking up.
But the first you gotta acknowledge that shit exists. Acknowledge that somebody out here is sending out child soldiers or any type of soldiers to commit this shit. These motherfuckers ain't just waking up one day. Yeah. You're not waking up one day and just saying, yeah, I'm gonna go do this today. Nah, not this repetitively. This shit happens multiple times a year. Like, come on. But Yeah, man, I ain't gonna harp on it too long, man. We already shit. We like 30 minutes in, ain't we?
40. It was 30 minutes. You was 30 minutes in. Where'd it go?
All right, let's run down this.
Shout out to Cuz with 30 kids. At least he taking care of all of them. That's what I'm saying.
Got them all in one picture.
Won't let that shit happen to me though.
Somebody said they all look tired.
All right, let's see. We talked about Juneteenth. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce. This situation is funny to me.
Hilarious to me.
Cause I don't want to sound like a dick.
Yeah, I said y'all wanted the white boys.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be that guy, but like,
white boys.
They better, they're this, they're that, and bro, the comments fooled me. I'm sorry, I'm not going against my beautiful black queens, but bruh, so you can't even say I told you so, but like,
ain't no difference, man. You hear me?
They said the same shit. He said the same shit. You run away from motherfuckers and act like it. Niggas just making up. Like
Travis Kelce allegedly breaks up with his girlfriend of 5 years because she can't cook and called Cam Newton a bozo. Miss Nicole complained in the past.
First off, I wouldn't. Cam Newton is a bozo. So that's fair. That's fair.
But she could have called him a lot worse.
He was called a bozo because of that shit he said about he needed a joint to cook and all that good shit. A couple weeks ago, we talked about it. But Miss Nicole,
they ended their relationship.
Shorty said they say she has complained in the past about Mr. Kelce not buying her bags and making her pay her own bills. She said in the course of their relationship, he probably only gave her like $100.
Man, were they married?
No, just together for 5 years.
He a multi-millionaire.
I'm gonna sound like a dick, but no, I mean to.
Can I ask one thing before you go?
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What's wrong with you paying your own bills?
We on the same page.
You're like y'all. Listen, you're
even
deeper.
What's wrong with a man wanting somebody to hold their own weight? If that's his preference.
Like when you get married, you already know he's gonna be doing this, that, and the third. But you say y'all just dating. Why would you expect this man to be paying all your bills, fool?
She's like, he in the NFL, that's his job.
But because he got the money to do it.
But on some real shit, fool, if you that person.
Why were you together? That's the only reason you was with him in the first place.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta prove you actually fuck with me. Some dudes just gonna fuck it. They just gonna splurge on you. Cool. If you want that, most people would. You don't want to have to work for it.
A lot of women see 5 years and would say,
"You should be married by now." Makes sense. Obviously,
5 years.
You see why they weren't though. If y'all listen, 5 years go by and y'all break up because Cam Newton said some shit,
and because she can't cook.
I mean,
he's big on cooking.
Him.
Yeah.
But no, it's different. I'm talking about standard, regular joints. Like, if I'm in the NFL, I'm not really going to trip if my joint don't cook.
Yeah, because I can afford a chef. It's still something that's like, if she, no, hold on, I'm going to say, if she telling you got to pay your bills, and you're like, damn, you can't cook for a nigga. That's fair, fool. That's fucking fair. Like, that, son, like, that's one thing, fool. That is fucking fair. If you want a nigga to pay all your bills, and he like, all right, can you make something to eat right quick? And you won't do that shit?
Because this my thing. Hold on. Because this my thing. This my thing. Say I'm not paying your bills. When you with me, you not spending a dime.
That's true.
We know that's the case, bro. There's no way it's not the case.
Yeah, we talking about going out to the club, going out to eat, all fine.
With this money that you ain't spending when you with me,
really trying to eat in that crib, if she can't, like if she won't, more so won't than can't, but really won't, like
she look
nah. You just worry about bad.
It's a lot of joints.
Yeah, you rich, and you a star football player.
That's what I'm saying. I really want to trip if she
but
can't.
Bad, I mean,
like, she won't. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. That people don't realize. This is we can segue into something you talked about, and I kind of segue to it on Twitter, fool, on some real shit. Certain, I don't even want to just leave it at women because dudes do it too. But like, how do you say somebody's only giving you the bare minimum, or they aren't giving you enough? Well, you're not giving them anything though.
Yeah.
Like you're not. In this example, cooking, or someone else's example, it might not be the head not good, or someone else's example, they not trying to fuck, someone else's example, they won't cook ever.
Yeah.
If you know you offering the bare minimum, how do people, they really be going back and having like the audacity to be like, yeah, they ain't offering me nothing. Whole time this person paid for everything along the fucking way.
And that's my thing, bruh. Because when motherfuckers try to pull that card, I always take
That's bare minimum just paying for it, let alone actual interactions and shit.
I always take a mental inventory of every fucking thing I ever did for you. And I think about the shit you did for me. Mm-hmm. And if that shit don't add up, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. And most times, 9 out of 10, it never does, bro.
There are some women that do, so we got to do it.
Of course.
There are a lot of women
I ain't experienced it.
Yeah, there are a lot of women that spoil their men, but we haven't been that lucky.
Yeah.
I gotta understand. We haven't been that lucky.
And before you say, you must not be doing something like...
I'm used to, listen, I'm going to say I'm used to all of them, but there are certain ones I've dealt with that know a nigga don't have something. They know you dealing with some shit. And they still will turn around and act like, well, why you ain't doing it?
My thing is,
know.
I don't ask for shit. So, anything you, like, I don't ask for a goddamn thing. I got me. Anything you do is just extra, I appreciate it type shit. So, I don't ask for nothing. But if you ain't doing nothing, that's crazy. Like,
and then nothing.
Because I ain't doing, I ain't just doing nothing for you.
That word nothing is interesting, too. Because what y'all classify as nothing?
No bullshit. Hey,
what y'all classifying as nothing?
I don't count sex as anything, bro, because we both getting that.
I can't say that. The reason I say it because
I feel that way, but hold on.
But she's giving her body up to you, and if she's not letting no one else have it, if she's not letting no one else have the access, that does mean something. I'm not.
But if
it's not nothing.
If I'm doing the same thing, do it count for something?
Yes. Both y'all, obviously y'all being loyal in a relationship. Y'all doing
then that cancel out. Like
but
you can't use that against me, type shit. That's what I'm saying. If I'm doing
if you falter, she could. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason I'm saying it counts for something. Because if you're not doing it and she's being loyal, does that mean she got more cool points, more? She being more loyal. She chilling and shit, and you out here still doing shit. She kind of the one that's a little more in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it means something when both of y'all or when each person is doing it.
Look, pay your own fucking bills. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no.
I think that should just be the rule, bro. Everybody pay their own bills.
I mean,
until y'all come together.
Yeah, man, because partnership is what people want, and that's understandable. But if y'all are in the relationship and you haven't paid your bills, if you rich and like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're an athlete, you're wealthy, and you just start dating somebody while you're wealthy. I don't want somebody to think I'm just about to pick up her tab, like on her rent, car note, like immediately. Like we've been dating a year or two, I'm just gonna start paying everything. Like, is that really somebody you want though? You gotta think about it though. Like,
I'm gonna end on this. It's all about preference.
Shout out LeBron James. He one of the few athletes that did it right. He had his high school sweetheart, knew she was locked in, and she stayed locked in. Fool. Shout out to them. Fool.
That's my thing. Date people that do what you want, bro. Like that's my thing. If you want somebody, if I'm a man, I want a woman that pays bills. Get a joint that's on her own, pay bills, do that shit. If you a female, you want a man to pay all your bills. Find a nigga that's gonna do that. If a nigga don't do that, that's up to him. That's his fucking money.
That's the thing. Like we live in one free country, but two, this relationship shit y'all be trying to make up. Ain't nobody your parents will tell you they not even obligated to pay your bills. But you think somebody who's dating you is like. That shit's crazy.
We gotta nip that. If you got it, ain't tricking shit. Like
that's just cool, but that's if you want to do it.
Yeah, like, clearly, niggas the guy that ain't doing it either.
And also, bro, sorry, that lets me know you don't really care about me that much because you would know that football ain't forever, and I need to be being smart with my money.
You just try and kick your feet up.
You know what I'm saying?
His thing is probably just do something, Slim. Like, do something that can.
You gotta understand that point I just made though. Like, if you are a wealthy person, you gotta be an athlete. You're just a wealthy person, and you know the person you're dating really only date you. They want you to pay everything. That person don't care how you making your money. They just care how you spending it. Mm-hmm. You can't really tie yourself to people like that, bro. Not when you really try and make money.
That's a gem.
That shit. Somebody just want to spend all your shit. Now they ain't want to put nothing in your pocket. They just take it out. You can't do that, fool. And a lot of people don't realize that they are them type of people. They just want to take. They don't never want to put nothing in. And then they still don't want to give you some pussy or some head or cook for you. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. Like, and it's crazy because those things, it became like a social media corny point. But ain't that basic shit? Like fucking somebody, that's some basic shit for real. Like, woman, like making some macaroni and cheese and fried chicken, like, that's nice, it's great, but if you really locked in with a nigga, that's kind of should be normal. Y'all hungry, like, like what the fuck, like,
nigga, you want to eat?
They act like paying rent is normal. Like you coming out 1,500 to 2 bands or 3 bands. This is a wealthy athlete and a star. Let's say a star, but she's a known female. Her rent probably expensive. So you expect this man to come out $2,000-$3,000, maybe $4,000 a month, and you won't even cook a plate for this man?
Plus on top of the shit he spent when he with your ass.
Like simple shit though. It's like, I know I sound like an asshole to some people, but bruh, like how simple is that though? Fool? Like,
it's all about reciprocity. Well, I feel like we had a topic about this before. But I seen a post. I think some girl was on some podcast. She was telling them how she was dating a dude for like 2-3 years, and then they found out they was cousins. And the dude broke up with her because they cousins. And she say she was mad because like we already been together for 3 years.
That's understandable, but everybody know about this shit now.
Got you on the podcast talking about this shit.
Nah.
Shorty nasty, man.
I don't even want to try to rationalize it. Just, nah.
Like, the only way you can rationalize it is y'all already 3 years in.
But just, I mean, he made a decision.
Stop.
He was like, yeah, nah. So.
That's tough, man.
Nah, we promised each other a life together.
That nigga probably feel disgusted with himself. Tough shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this. Well, since we was on Travis Kelce, we can talk about sports.
Yeah, do the NFL.
They saying they might get rid of motherfucking Pro Bowl.
I don't like that. Here's my reason. Let me hit y'all with an argument, counter argument. Because you for it and you for it. The issue with the Pro Bowl is not the fact that we have a Pro Bowl. The issue is they moved it to before the Super Bowl.
Facts.
Wasn't always?
No, it was after the Super Bowl, and everybody who was a star in the league was able to play in it. Mm-hmm. Now, because they moved it before the Super Bowl, the two best teams, their star players don't play in it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to change the whole dynamic of the Pro Bowl, but it's a factor. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
You don't think them niggas just don't go out there?
They be out there half-assing it, fool. But it was a little bit different when it was the last game of the season and it was just the stars on showcase. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It was a little bit different. Like think about it. The Pro Bowl was Sunday. The Super Bowl was on Sunday. We played the Super Bowl. Win or lose, cool. Oh, the next week or 2 weeks from now, those same players who were star players see each other in the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that little nuance and shit was just kind of, like, tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, little shit like that. Or, like, the shit they used to do back in the day.
The skill competition.
That's what
I would like to see.
They used to really like, get to try, all the quarterbacks, the best quarterbacks got to try to see who could throw the furthest, see who the most accurate. The running backs to see who the fastest, who the most agile. The linebackers to see who the strongest or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was tight to me as a kid. Yeah, but it was like, all that shit was tight because it was leading up to the Pro Bowl.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I say don't get rid of the Pro Bowl, because then the skills challenge is going to be just an ESPN thing that nobody watches. Don't do that. The Pro Bowl is the main event. Y'all got to just actually play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't got to go out there try to injure each other, but play a football game.
I'm about to say, I watched the Pro Bowl this year. Michael Parsons hit somebody, and they looked at him wild as shit. Like,
I think that's my thing. Like, I just need niggas to play actual football.
Just play a football game.
That two-hand touch shit, I'm not trying to watch.
Yeah, y'all ain't got to go out there and smack the shirts over nothing. But just like how the NBA, they might lackadaisical, but they putting up points. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if the defense is not playing us tough, but the offense is throwing bomb touchdown passes. That's what we want to see. Yeah. We want to see Julio or now we talking about star like DeAndre Hopkins running a flat, kicking the bomb from Patrick Mahomes or something. That's just what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? As fans, that's the whole point of it. You know what I'm saying? But they rob us of that. One, because they moved it before the Super Bowl, and two, they don't really compete.
Yeah.
So this is a person who used to be an NFL fan. I fell off from the NFL the last few years, but I remember that switch, and to me, that switch was a big change. Like, when they moved
they'll do it in Hawaii.
And that too. It's not like Hawaii was perfect because it was tropical. Everything, and it was like right during the start of the summertime or spring. Like, it just was all perfect.
Last year it was raining or some shit.
Yeah, but the point being is that man, they just gotta get back to some of the old shit they was doing in that sense. The NFL had some shit right though. Some shit they would do in the past was correct. How they would market certain things, or how like it was like the fans could come and have an experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got a little more corny and shit, and they never corrected it. So that's the problem.
Sean Taylor baptized that damn punk.
That's what I'm trying to see.
We need that back, fool. Like that punter got up and was fine, but we need that energy though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've been teaching these niggas how to tackle.
I'm saying
Do
though.
it the safe way.
Got Jamal Adams out there. He need to smack the shit out of somebody. Like, come on. What we trying to see?
Yeah.
Or we trying to see who the best receiver in the game right now? Hopkins or who?
Michael
You
Thomas.
say Michael Thomas. What's another one? We trying to see one of them niggas go catch a bomb on Jalen Ramsey. Or Jalen Ramsey get the pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we trying to see. Like, Lamar Jackson out there with a vicious ass receiver. That's what we trying to see.
Yeah.
Warriors in the finals again.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this. Can I brag a little bit?
What's that?
Cause I called it. I said Warriors in 5.
I thought it was gonna be full. I ain't think that
Both
was
y'all
gonna
did.
be the game.
I knew they was. But
Shout out to
I
Luka.
thought they was gonna get 3, but
you thought Dallas gonna get 3?
I thought they was gonna get game 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I knew Steph was gonna get it done. What y'all think about the Finals MVP? Because I just see some people saying it should have been Looney or Wiggins.
I say it should have been Looney.
I think Steph got the rightful MVP. Here's my
Steph
reason.
got his stats and shit.
Wiggins had to check
Steph
Luka,
blew the door open though. When early in the series, when Luka was kind of cooking and shit, Steph said, all right, started frying their ass, and the Mavericks never recovered. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you say Looney played well, and Wiggins did play well. Steph was the reason the Mavericks could never come back into the series, though.
I think I say Looney because
It was
his
unexpected.
defense. Them first two games, they was trying to single him out. 1-on-1, Luka, you mix his ass. He was strapping like he wasn't.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Luka, I
he
like
was
Luka's
averaging
game.
like 15 rebounds, and he was
Talking
getting
about Looney.
points. Yeah.
I like Luka's game, but he's not as athletic. So when you put a tall, athletic wing on him, he's going to struggle. But that's why I say again, like Luka started cooking early in the series. Steph came back, and they never like when Steph was at game 2 or 3 when Steph started getting hot. Mavericks never recovered, fool. That's why I
was
say
gonna give it to Steph anyway.
they was because it's the first. It's the first one. Stephen Curry was going to be on it.
You definitely ain't
Leader of the
putting.
team.
You definitely ain't putting Looney in the
You know
first
what I'm
draft. Celtics or Heat? Who win it?
Celtics.
I got the Celtics getting past the Heat. I like the
They
Heat
win it
team.
tonight or go to Game 7.
Tonight. It's over.
Game
In
7 will be in
Boston.
Miami.
Yeah.
It's game 6 in Boston. It's over tonight. And we're real.
Yeah, what does it say?
Injuries been fucking that series up. But I knew Boston was going. I think.
Yeah.
Boston.
I got Tatum and Marcus Smart and them getting it done. We got Warriors Celtics finals.
I don't know. The Celtics defense job, like something that the Warriors really haven't went through.
You serious? Who's taking Steph Curry? Marcus Smart?
Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Don't
30
you
points.
shrug your head.
I ain't striking shit.
telling
Steph
you.
Curry is Steph Curry.
Of course, of
like,
course.
I'm not
I've also
Steph
seen
Curry
them
is
fold
Steph
in the
Curry.
finals though too.
Like, and it ain't like they can just
but-
put Tatum or niggas on Clay. Like, you got Clay and Steph
You
Curry.
got Jalen Brown. They got the
Wiggins.
they got the
They
wings
got
for
the
it.
matchup.
And I got Horford and them young fucking Rob
Fucking
Williams,
up,
Grant Williams,
fucking
Grant Williams,
Draymond and them.
Draymond, yeah.
I hear you. I don't got
The
no score
only
with
thing the Warriors can really
I don't
lean
know.
on is experience, bro.
It-
Is their experience going to get them to win? Is going and
Is it gonna get them to
is the
win?
Celtics healthy? I don't know if the Celtics.
Do y'all realize how lethal the Warriors are, though?
They are.
The Celtics
Like, every
just
time a
lethal.
team like the Celtics or the Heat or the Mavericks, they would come back, the Warriors become more lethal. Like, they shoot threes at a high clip. When you disrespect them, they shoot more threes. Like,
They gonna
that's
do
why
that,
I
though,
fuck
bro.
with the Warriors.
We
Like,
don't stop applying pressure.
If the Celtics healthy, they're going to be a problem. But it's
They
going
are.
7 for sure.
they are.
think
Yeah, I
it's
gotta
gonna
go.
I get
7.
6 or 7 for sure. I give you that. One year, the fact that the Celtics in the finals, I'm pretty sure they're gonna push it. But I don't know, bruh. The Warriors, you gotta understand, they are a tidal wave.
Jason
I know
Tatum
that.
ain't no
Jason
slouch.
Tatum
bro.
on some
Not-
legendary shit
But are
right
the
now.
Warriors a tidal wave or not? So what you're telling me, what you're saying is the Celtics can counteract that guaranteed. They can do that shit in 2 or 3 games.
I think
I know
probably
they-
4.
This is the thing.
Nah, they ain't
You
beat-
saying Steph and Clay, right? But
And
Clay,
Wiggins and Looney.
but it's going to come down really
Hey,
to
what
them
happened
too.
to
though.
Wiseman? They still got Wiseman?
I think
That nigga been out all year.
Shit. They had Wiseman. That'd be a whole nother
That
one.
would be a whole little problem.
Is Clay going to play like Clay every game, or are we going to get Game
They gonna
3.
throw Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown at him.
You know the X factor really is Draymond.
Yeah.
Draymond got to take shots, bro.
Yeah.
Draymond got to hit shots. What made the Warriors so lethal when they won 72 or 73 wins? Every person on the court was a threat to shoot.
I was about to say,
motherfucker.
for the Warriors, I think they fucking others that's gonna win it for them if they do. If Pooh out there scoring 25, 30, they're gonna win.
That's what I'm saying. Like the depth of the Warriors, it's not like the Celtics just automatically win. The Warriors are a deep team. You know what I'm saying? So they're more experienced team is who. What team has been there? Like what team has been there several times? Like
That's fact.
Although that's really just their nucleus and the rest of them niggas.
I'm gonna say I wanted to say the Celtics had an easy run, but I guess they didn't.
Hell no.
They didn't.
KD, Giannis.
And then the Heat.
And
So
then the
they
Heat.
the best of the East, but KD and them ain't put up a good fight. So
They
that's-
didn't at all.
They
That
did.
shit was
KD and them, they swept like that shit.
Cancun 03. Let's do it.
That was in game 1, nigga.
No bullshit.
That was game 1, shit. Man. So yeah, Warriors, and I get y'all 7. I think I think 5 or 6.
Damn.
7.
You think the Celtics only gonna get one game?
Son, bruh, when you talk about the fact that the Warriors do have a point to prove, that they can do this without KD, and the fact that the Celtics is their first time getting there, I'm taking the Warriors, bruh. Like, it might go 7, but it might be a straight up wash. You don't know. You don't know, because these are all young guys who've never been there before. Only person who's been there before was Horford. I don't think Horford been to the finals. So none of these guys have been there before. So, and I like that coach. I love that coach. But I'm telling you, I do. He's a great coach. But
I was gonna go Celtics, but you kind of convincing me.
I'm Slim.
I'm going Celtics, but I want to be surprised.
It's their first time getting there, and we know strategically, it's like build wise, the Celtics are still missing a piece or two, a point guard, or I think they got enough big men, but probably a point guard that can really facilitate and score. Because Marcus Smart is the perfect 2 or backup point guard with just straight up defense, lockdown.
I was thinking the same thing, but he's proven himself as a good starter.
He's a great starter. But if you had somebody, you had an upgrade, the Celtics would be a problem. We already know that.
My heart says Celtics.
Yeah.
But you know the Warriors.
My mind says Warriors.
That's how I am right now.
We can't say
Go
that shit.
ahead,
It's crazy because bruh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Part of your life.
Fuck that nigga.
You've been saying that shit since fucking high school.
But it's that you hear it since like fucking elementary. Like
I believe I can fly, nigga. Like
literally, like
You know what's fucked
cannot
up?
sing the shit.
People
like,
only talk about that song on the Space Jam soundtrack.
It was-
That whole album is like that.
For real?
I never really
It
listened
got
to
I
it.
Will Cross the Ocean for
I
that's
don't
on there.
know.
It got
Yeah.
Fly Like an Eagle by Seal.
Yeah.
It got motherfucking Basketball Jones. I got a Basketball Jones.
Fly Like an Eagle was tight.
Fly like you.
But that
And it got
that was R. Kelly song?
Nah, that's
No,
Seal.
that was Seal.
Yeah, okay. See, we can sing that one now.
Yeah, we can see.
We can sing that.
Yeah, we could do Fly Like an Eagle.
I like that song. Now that I was a kid. Damn, I forgot that was a whole separate. I did like that track. Damn.
That joint had
But
a whole
then you
soundtrack.
right though. We only talk about that one. That was the moment in the movie.
That shit don't play to the end, right? No, it played in the beginning too.
Beginning.
Yeah.
But it's because they played when he dunking and shit. So it's like, it was the perfect. You know,
It's slow mo and shit.
it was perfect for the fucking moment.
Is Steph top 10?
All
If
time?
he wins the Finals MVP,
Yes. He's all
you think right now?
Right now, Steph Curry top 10 all time.
don't.
Because he's the best shooter all time?
To me, he's more than that though. Cause he's a scorer as well.
Yeah.
He's not just a shooter. We gotta put Steph Curry on a top scorers list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like straight up, like literally as far because when you say shooter, you just saying spot up, catch, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Literally,
He creates
Steph,
his
he
own
will
shot.
blow the door off the game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like scorer. Like,
He got a nice layup package. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Mid range, he just don't use it as much, but his midi is tough. Like float is tough. Like
Yeah.
Steph is a scorer. He is one of the greatest shooters of all time.
I would like to see where he ends
So
up.
I just
with
a
all
scorer.
time
I
list.
don't know if he's top 10 right now, but if he gets the Finals
This
MVP
will be his
and a
fourth?
ring, yeah.
Because name 10 players better than him though. After you get past like LeBron,
Shaq got 4.
yeah, you talk about the Shaqs, like
Kareem.
you can't put Iverson over Steph. Steph has led like what 3 chips
You
and
got
4 chips.
Tim Duncan, Kobe.
You can't put T-Mac over Steph.
You Yeah.
Can't put James Harden or nobody like that over Steph. Like,
Child, I got a King Elijah one.
Dwayne Wade.
I seen
Oh,
a
let me
list.
make sure-
I seen a
Wade
list
is the
that had
third best
Oscar
shooting guard
Robertson
of all
on it.
time.
Cool,
so,
but
like,
Dwayne Wade or Steph Curry.
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know.
I'm taking Wade with my favorite growing up.
But
The
Steph,
argument
just
is
like
fair.
that, you know what I'm
I know,
saying?
I- that's-
The
I
argument
missed
is
Steph.
fair. You know what I'm saying?
Steph, yeah. The list that I seen had Oscar Robertson over him.
To
Oscar
me,
Robertson
but
on
separate
there,
Wade
I'm
from
sure.
Steph though, defense. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
But shooting will obviously would separate Steph, but defense from Wade. So
I don't know about Oscar. He did have a triple-double, got a
So did
ring.
Russ, stop it.
But
I'm taking Steph over Russ, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm taking Steph over Oscar.
I'm not just saying. 'Cause I mean, obviously we like shooters, of course. But
Yeah.
Oscar,
was tough.
I never saw him play live, so I don't want to just say that the whole time. This
He
nigga
was tough,
he was a
bro.
freak of nature out
Four chips, and I'm the star. I'm up there.
there. But
bro.
you said Oscar Robertson though. That's like
Only one chip. He did get the triple double,
did get a
but
triple-double in the chip.
one chip.
but he
One
played
shit.
for,
Ain't get another one
played
after
for Milwaukee,
Hakeem
right?
left.
Yeah.
he played for
After
Milwaukee.
Hakeem left, he ain't get another one.
He played for Milwaukee.
Yeah, Lou Alcindor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before the name change.
No bullshit. He was still getting buckets.
Milwaukee.
Let me ask y'all this. Justin Timberlake sold his whole catalog for $100 million. I don't know if that includes his part of NSYNC. I don't know if he even got a part of NSYNC.
He should, but okay.
But $100 million, y'all think that's enough?
That's low. That's low.
Wait, $100 million for what?
His whole catalog.
That's just like low.
I don't know, because then y'all say Wayne sold for that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we said
Wayne
that was
sold
low.
low
Said it was
too.
low.
He was probably more for Wayne, probably like 2 something. But
I don't know. That's a little low.
$100 million is crazy low to me for Justin Timberlake. Cry Me a River.
If
all
it was
that
like
shit.
Robin Thicke, I'll probably, yeah, that's probably $100 million right there. But
And especially
Who'd he
if
sell
you
it to?
including,
Who did he sell
I
it to?
don't remember, some company, probably. Fucking, if that's including this part of NSYNC, nigga.
oh no, he
What?
got robbed. Yeah, because they gonna definitely sell the masters.
Bruh,
They just double their investment.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he made a lot of money. Damn,
$100 million.
$100 million is still $100 million. Yeah.
But I mean, it's like you say, you lose the rights to the masters and shit. But it's $100 million. And
Maybe you
and
gonna
it's
make
old,
some-
it's old music, so it's like
Maybe you gonna make some more shit that you gonna get your whatever.
yeah. I mean,
But
it's
the
like the
niggas
argument
really
is fair.
check
Like, but it's like, what would be the correct number? 200, 300 million, 500? You can't really charge that much. The reason being,
Yes, you can, bro.
here's the reason: you can charge a higher
Putting
number.
the number on there for a lifetime.
But hold
bro.
on, right? But here's the reason: the whole point of them buying is for them to make money on the back end. So you're selling, you're pretty much selling
Them.
everything. The whole reason them
Yeah.
buying is to make
Right,
money
right,
on the
right.
back end.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you can't expect they're gonna say, "I need $1 billion."
Yeah, or they
Nobody's
sell
gonna
it for $500 million, and then
But
they buy it for $500 million, and they sell it for $500 or less than that.
You see what I'm saying? Like
But
they
what
got
that
to
makes
be
sense.
My
reason in
argument
there
would
somewhere.
be this company gonna be here for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Potentially, maybe it's not guaranteed, but
When you gone, that shit's still gonna be there.
no, the music will be there. The company could fold tomorrow. like
And
that's
they
a
just
little,
got $100
that's a
million
little different.
worth of your music.
you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit different right there.
I'm just assuming Justin Timberlake was on a
Higher
main
plateau.
state that's gonna be there for a minute type shit.
I hear you.
So my thinking would be, I'm giving you a number for the rest of my life and beyond. So that number gonna be high, bro. That's a lot of years.
30 years
I
ago, that
understand.
would have been $100 million. Now,
I would have said 250, probably for this whole
damn.
250.
Y'all realize how much inflation has grown? Because $100
shit,
million.
bro.
Somebody said $100 million when we was kids, or like in the 80s.
It's like damn near equivalent to $1 billion.
That felt like $1 billion. Like you could do whatever. $100 million now, like like damn, I need some more. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
Like
no bullshit. You was set for 3 lifetimes with $100 million. Man.
man. Oh, it's crazy. Where are we living, y'all?
Where y'all think Versuz went wrong at, man?
Oh man.
I was just thinking about this earlier because I had no idea
That joint happened last night. I didn't
Yeah,
even, bro. That shit's crazy.
UGK and
And
MJG 8 ball. Like how don't y'all?
They didn't even promote that shit.
MJ versus who?
UGK. They didn't even promote that shit. I just looked on Instagram.
We'll say that right there. I didn't even know that. Y'all just said it. The promotion, I guess.
Because the concept is nice. You get people who have not necessarily a beef, but have a similar catalog and music, and put them together and see who's better. The concept is great. Like, it's promotion.
I feel that like the pandemic ending and people being outside more, that
it affects it, but people still care. People still want to see Versuz. It made enough of an impact that people want to see it. I think when they say they're gonna start charging people, I think people just probably tuned out. And then on top of that, we say no promotion. It's like, because I didn't even know that shit was coming up. I ain't even know.
I knew it was coming up, but I just didn't know it was that fucking day. Like until after that shit happened.
It used to be streamed live on Instagram. Now it's not really just. I don't know. Is it still streamed live?
I think so.
It was live on Instagram?
I think so.
Okay. But I don't know. It's just like how you don't even. I don't know.
Like the,
usually we hear about it. It used to come up on the feed. Now I ain't heard
like the
about
Cypress Hill and Onyx joint. That they promoted that a little bit, but
the internet promoted that.
More so than Versuz.
I think that Jadakiss joint. That was the last great one.
Nah, that Locks joint was the last best.
That was the last great one.
Nah, I think the Gucci and Jeezy joint was
before that.
That was before that?
Yeah.
Damn.
That was before that.
Damn. I thought that was afterwards. Because that was in November of 2021. Oh, 2020.
Yeah, nah, it was
2020.
But let's see, what else we got?
Damn. Jada.
I seen a video of the fucking, it's like a arena league and shit. Quarterback throw a touchdown. It's the league that the fans pick the plays.
Oh,
shit. Yeah. Quarterback throw a touchdown, go to the sideline, pull a J out, hit that joint, pass it to his man, he hit that joint.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey, bro. I like it. I don't.
Run it back.
So apparently they don't drug test.
The football league that the fans pick the plays and shit. Quarterback, drop back, throw a touchdown, run to the sideline, hit a J, give it to his man, and hit a J.
Thoughts?
I love it.
Legalize marijuana.
I love it.
Trying to tell y'all. You know what you can't do? Take a shot and do that. Yeah.
Well, Marshawn said he used to take a shot.
Nah. You don't want to take a liquor and then go run around sweating and shit.
That's what Marshawn said. That's a different animal.
You can hit a J. You can hit a J and go do it.
Yeah, like that debunks the weed heads ain't functioning. Like, nigga, I'm playing a whole football game.
My guess is that the quarterback was Johnny Manziel.
This one, I didn't
look like him, though.
You know my problem with it? He pulled it out his nuts. And his man
said he had a case. He said he had it in a case.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
But niggas put weed in they fucking...
Man, I'd rather you pull it right to sock.
No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why you choose to
pull it out the little quarterback
your fucking jock strap and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't smoking your nut weed, sir.
He said, I stashed this just for us.
his man just cheesing, hitting that shit too. Like, dog.
Yeah, I gotta relax.
Smoking his dick. That's crazy.
Hey, funny as fuck. Tank fight.
Hey, Tank about to destroy this nigga. And let's talk about the lead up, because these niggas are funny. Did y'all see the clip and push them off the stage? Funny as shit, fool.
Nigga Shakur Stevenson said, this nigga gonna knock him out in 4. He fell off the stage too easy.
This fight, hey, I'm watching this fight. It's tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'm watching this fight for sure. Definitely.
I would definitely have the link. I send it to niggas.
They've been talking heavy shit.
You know, I always. Oh yeah.
That nigga, his trainer gonna get that nigga knocked the fuck out real quick. He was talking big shit at the press conference.
I don't know why niggas talk that shit to Tank, bro.
No bullshit.
He has showed that
they supposed to, though. They supposed to. Building up the hype.
Yeah, get the hype up.
Yeah, but he...
Signing a check your ass ain't gonna
catch. Damn.
Yeah, well, damn.
I'm gonna ask y'all this before we end.
Nah, we got some more topics.
We do, but we gotta get along. Motherfucking. Who would y'all have play y'all in a biopic?
Childish Gambino.
Gambino?
You gotta gain some weight for that. For that role.
I don't know. I would have to meet some, because they had to be younger than you.
I'll give it to Paperboy.
Paperboy would play you in a biopic?
Lose like 30.
But y'all realize y'all picking people older than y'all, right?
I mean, I'm 20 something.
Alright, so
so
I
ain't gonna be too long. My shit ain't gonna be too long.
I don't know nobody younger
I
than me.
guess I had to pick somebody.
I guess I'd pick the nigga from Stranger Things, give him look like a little dread wig and shit.
I had to
Yeah.
pick somebody like Waka Flocka or they say like Montana 300 or something. I don't know.
I asked because
I'm thinking you gotta pick somebody younger than you though.
the nigga Idris Elba said he went up to Michael Jordan. I was about to say Michael Jackson. He went up to Michael Jordan and was like, "I'm trying to do a biopic about you." And Jordan was like, "Nah."
But I ain't gonna lie, y'all think that'd be a good biopic? Or Idris Elba playing MJ?
I don't know if Idris Elba being MJ would be good, but MJ
I think he could play old MJ. I can see him playing older NBA MJ. I can see
I
it.
thought you said OJ.
No, right. Older NBA MJ. Like, you know, he's still in the league, like them last 2 rings.
The
Or
Wizards and shit.
yeah, no, yeah. That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
He did have a goatee.
Because I was going to say playing that last ring, if Idris play that last ring, but nah. Idris playing Wizards MJ would be funny as shit.
You see Jerry Stackhouse on the bench, like, can I get in? Sit your ass there.
Because MJ is disrespectful, bro. I think MJ just don't want to reveal that side again. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want to bring that back. He trying to be a better person now. As he should. But we still do
But
want...
if you ask Scottie Pippen...
But we do want the MJ documentary. I ain't going to hold you.
You got it. Last dance was MJ, not them.
You know, boys.
We all know.
Man, we got to talk about what's this Winnie the Pooh shit?
Oh, man. Supposedly it's going to be a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. They calling it Winnie the Pooh, Honey and Blood. I don't know what the storyline going to be.
Can they even do that?
They say Disney don't got the right. It's like public domain. You can do whatever the fuck you want with
That's crazy.
Winnie the Pooh.
So anybody can do anything with
We can make a Winnie the Pooh good guys cartoon right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
Wow.
Wait till next
Why
week.
they just do that?
Ticket
Why they
and
just throw
niggas.
away Winnie the Pooh like that? Why they ain't... Was a reason behind it or...
Probably like the shit ran out or something. They ain't really.
Alright, let's get back on topic.
Winnie the Pooh ain't been on TV in a long time.
Why a Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
Because it's never been done.
But why? But like, did you see it? Did you see the picture? And shit?
I seen the picture and
It's like a corny ass Winnie the Pooh mask.
It's horror. It's horror for sure. That shit is nightmare.
Another face.
Bruh.
It's not even Leatherface. It's like
It look like Peter Griffin in a fucking Winnie the Pooh mask and shit.
It's weird. Ace made a good point off air. He said, "I hope he has on pants."
For sure,
I'm not
bro.
gonna hold you. That's
Not
a
that
great
type
point.
of movie I would say.
I'm not trying to watch no serial killer walk around.
No fucking
No drawers, no pants. Like, what are we doing here, y'all? What's going on, America?
Hey, fool.
Bernie Mac said, America. America.
That nigga gonna be suffocating niggas in honey pots.
Bruh.
So, like, is the rest of the gang gonna be there?
That's what I want to know too. Are they evil too, or are they like the ones running from this?
I'm not
nigga?
watching this movie.
Do Christopher Robin come in and kill him or
I've
something?
decided we're not gonna watch it. I'm not watching it.
I'm watching it.
I'll
You
give
watch
that
it?
nigga a chance.
I'll let you give your. You're gonna just give your own.
I might do a fucking live review.
Yeah, I'm not watching that one at all. He can be like, yeah. So what y'all think? I don't know.
I'm gonna give y'all the whole rundown. Who he slashed
That's some
up.
weird shit. Why I win a Winnie the Pooh mask?
Fuck your whole child.
Like Winnie the Pooh rights get dropped, and that's the first thing you decide to do.
Winnie the Pooh is like the most wholesome cartoon there is, bro.
He got fed up. That nigga, he got sick of being always positive.
Well, y'all could have made a Ted version of Winnie the Pooh. No, y'all make a
But
fucking...
see, that's funny. Yeah. Oh, well, I will watch a stoner Winnie the Pooh.
I'm saying, though, like, with
You already
Tigger,
seen Happy
Eeyore.
Pooh.
Nah.
He like 30 now. He don't give a fuck about
We
that.
talking Pooh got a job, he smoked damn near super bad or some shit, like, yeah. What's the jump? Pineapple Express.
That shit is crazy. I'm watching that shit.
Yeah,
I need that.
Any last topics or we done, man? I seen you say something about what you say? What if she's mean or some shit? You got rid of it?
Yeah, we can talk about that next week.
All right, cool. Is that everything?
We can talk about this father that's going to testify against his son, but we don't got much time. We should really talk about that if we're going to talk about it. But
let's do it real quick.
It's some street shit, so
real quick.
Might not. I mean, it's like a nigga out of Jacksonville. He got hammed up for some shit. His father has got hammed up for being an accessory to the shit. Mm-hmm. And he about to testify. Like, then he went on Instagram like, if the little nigga was real, he'd have said something and got me up out of here type shit. So that's the story, bro. Nasty work.
I wanna ask what it is, but we should have asked off air because we gonna find out off air.
Yeah, we gonna talk about
it.
If we gonna talk about it, we'll talk about it next week.
Next week, cause what the fuck?
Nasty work out here. But it's the Good Guys Podcast.
We out this bitch.
Stay black. What are you talking about?